Guess I did let you down. You know, wake up, stay, and out too late. Trying to start over new. What I wanted to be never came to me. I've lost my way to you. I remember the words that you said when I pledged you my time. You would never get out of my head. You would always be mine. And I wake up, stay, and out too late, trying to start over new. What I wanted to be never came to me. I've lost my way to you. By the road with an ache in my head, in the wrong side of town, left you sleeping alone in your bed. Guess I did let you down.
Ready.
Hello and welcome to another edition of American Idiom number 543. How are you today? I'm doing good. I'm in tomorrow. So if you're watching me from the other part of the world, know that I am already in tomorrow. So here is the 17th, even though for me it's still 16th because I haven't really changed. So how are you today? Today is Tuesday. We have already survived Blue Monday. It was so blue that yesterday I didn't connect. I didn't really have time. So now past the joke, I'm really doing good. And I am looking forward to having a nice 1 hour connection with you. Today we're going to do sentence transformations. Okay, this is something that we haven't done in a while. And it's one of the most important parts of the first certificate exam. Remember that in our level of show, we have between B1 and B2 levels, occasionally C1. Even though we haven't been asked to have higher levels in a while, so I'm going to stick for the B1 plus B2, which is about that most people are asking. Okay, I'm going to present what we normally do in here, and we're good to start. So this is English Lessons TV, as you already know. This is our class 543, as you already know. And we're going to start with our sentence transformations. So, sentence transformations, for the ones who might be new to the show, is the part 4 of the exam of first certificate for Cambridge. What do you have to do with that? Well, you're given one example, one sentence, and you're forced to say the same using a different word. You are forced to use that keyword, and you can't change it. Let's see an example of that. I'll be very happy when I go on holiday. I'll be very happy when I go on holiday. And you're forced to use the word forward. The word forward needs to be there. It needs to be a minimum of 2 words, where one of them will be this word, and a maximum of 5 that you can fit in here. So minimum can be do, and maximum can be 5. you can be using 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 words. Okay? Then I don't know if you realize that the words at the beginning have changed from I'll to I'm. And this is part of an expression. The expression I'm looking forward to. This is a fixed expression. I'm looking forward to. Okay? I'm looking forward to something. And this something is this go. But it has to be an ing because after look forward to, you write the verb in ing, which is a noun. Okay? I don't know if you knew this, but now you know. So it's I'm looking forward to, and you have it in here. It's the explanation, but this is the example, of course. That's why I always say that the 0 is the example. So I'm looking forward to going is the expression that you need to use in there. And remember, you have used 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the maximum 5 words that you can use. With this, let's start with the one that we have. We're going to have 6 sentences, and then taking into account the objective of learning the expression, we're going to use some more about the same. So the first thing you need to see is that we have these letters here, well, these symbols here. These are symbols that have to do with real speech and reported speech, or real speech and indirect speech. Let's see. I'm sorry I'm late again, he said. So this part is what we call real speech because it's in inverted commas. Okay? Don't confuse this one with this. This is an apostrophe. This is an inverted comma. We use inverted commas when we want to represent the real speech, the real message that a person used. So I'm sorry I'm late again, he said. And what you're doing to do is you imagine that this person said this at some point, okay? He said this. And somebody listened to that, okay? Okay? Somebody listened to that. And then that person, later on, is going to say the message to a third person, okay? So the real message is going to go through the filter of somebody who is going to report it to another person who was not there, who is this. Okay? So we need to put everything in perspective. What does it mean? It means that there's a list of expressions that you say when you're in real speech that when it's reported, you say in different ways. For example, the I is going to be changed to he. The present is going to be changed into the past. Why? Because the message that you're giving is already past. Okay, it's already past from the point of having said that. With that in mind, the perspectives. I changes to he. Am changes to was. Sorry. He was late. And we have again. Okay? So this will be going from active into passive. That's the first stage. But the second thing is that we have to use the word apologize. Okay? Apologize, as you know, is the same as saying I'm sorry. I'm sorry and I apologize is the same thing. So, things that you need to know about apologize. You say apologize for something. You apologize for. Okay? So, instead of saying he was sorry, we're going to say he apologized. Okay? So let's move all of these to the right to make the possibility of moving all this. There we go. So he apologized remember that in British English you write with an S, in American English you write with a Z. Okay? He apologized for, because I told you that it's apologize for always. Okay? He apologized for, and that is the same as I'm sorry. So for what? But it's for the being late, no? So we have after that to write the verb, or after a preposition you need to write nouns. So all of these needs to be turned into a noun. How do you turn this remaining of the verb of the sentence into a noun? Well, very easy. Through changing the he was for the verb being, and then late, and then again. He apologized for being late again. He apologized for being late again. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. The maximum is 5, so we're within the reason. Within reason. So he apologized for being late again. You get it? Okay, I think I have. Just give me a second. I'm gonna try and see if I have one. But I think I have because I've worked on this before. I think I have some sentence that I can use in order to help you. Just give me a second. I think I do have it. Yes. Let's use some. With the verb apologize. Okay? With apologize. Is it me or this is not okay? So like this, apologize.
Learn English American Idiom is now live. Streaming English training, have fun improving your skills. English lesson 543 sentence transformations.
Thank you.
Aprende Inglés.
He felt remorseful for his actions. He felt remorseful for his actions. We need to use apologize. Just apologized. He felt remorseful for his actions. He actions. Okay? Anybody tell me what the answer would be for this one? He felt remorseful for his actions. He apologized. The answer would be he apologized for his actions. For everyone who is thinking of sitting for the exam of advance or first, this is something you need to take into account. You need to be so skilled that you are able to create your own exercises. When you reach that level, you're ready for the exam, believe me. Let's go for the next one. She admitted her mistake to her friend. She admitted her mistake to her friend, and we have apologized. She her mistake. What do you think? She admitted her mistake to her friend. We have again apologized. Who can tell me the answer for this one? Anybody? Remember, it's your opportunity to practice apologize. Okay? Do you remember that before I told you about the apologize for? Apologize for. So you need to remember the apologize for. As you can see, we have it in there. So more, it's very highlight. It's very light. It's very it's very possible. It's highly likely. I was gonna say it's highly likely or very possible that this one is apologize for. Okay, but we need to see the arguments that we have here at stake. We have she, her mistake, and to another person. When you have to another person, so you have to use apologize to somebody for something. This is the natural structure. Okay, you apologize for something to somebody for something, or you apologize for something to somebody. Okay, so this part can actually be here if you want. You apologize for something to someone. Okay, so let's work on that. She apologized to her sister for her mistake. She apologized for her mistake to her sister, or to her sister for her mistake. But as you have the expression her mistake at the end, you're forced to start with the to her. Okay? So she apologized to her sister for her mistake. Did you get it right? Hopefully you did. The last one of this set that I wanted to participate and share with you is the company acknowledged the inconvenience caused to its customers. Let's write it down. The company acknowledged the inconvenience caused to its customers. The company acknowledged the inconvenience caused to its customers. And we have apologized. Okay, so the company to its customers. Okay, the company acknowledged the inconvenience caused to its customers. For the inconvenience. Oh, yes, it's true. In this case, no. So the company for the inconvenience. Let's see if I can feed this one here. Exactly. That's the correct. So the company acknowledged the inconvenience caused to its customers. So acknowledged means accepted, kind of like accepted. Okay, so the company accepted, apologized. Accepted or recognized, for example. So the company apologized to its clients or to its customers. Okay, to its customers for the inconvenience. All right, so these are the three practices that you have for apologize. Let's move on to the next one. In this case, we have remind. Remind. She looks like my cousin Mary. She looks like my cousin Mary. What would you say about remind? She looks like my cousin Mary. Remember that there is a lot to say about remember and remind. Okay, remember and remind. She looks like my cousin Mary. So there's one way to use remind in the second sentence to mean the same as the first one. They must be exact messages. Remember minimum 2, maximum 5 words, including the word that you have there, remind. So I remind you that you can only use maximum 5 words. For those ones who may not know the channel, remember that this is English Lessons TV. We've been here for 543 lessons. We started back in 2022. This is 2024 already. We're on our quest to the class 1000. We work all day long as a school, and at night we provide free classes for the students. The only thing we have is a microphone, some talent, and 2 ears to listen to your answers. So don't worry if you make a mistake. We're here to learn. I'm here to teach you and here to accompany you in your quest for the B2 level. So the answer for this one is she reminds, because it needs to be third person. She reminds. And normally we see a person. She reminds me. She reminds me of somebody. She reminds me of my cousin Mary. So in this case, it's already there. My cousin Mary. So this is it. So she reminds me of, and my cousin Mary. She reminds me of my cousin Mary. Okay. Now let's practice with remind. In this case, we're going to move these up so as to have in the same line some more expressions that we could use. Okay? Let's do the same as we had in here. Yes? We need some expressions with remind. Let's take a look. His behavior often makes me think of my brother's habits. Let's write it down. His behavior often makes me think of my brother's habits. His behavior often makes me think of my brother's habits. Okay? And we need remind. Reminds. His behavior we'll leave it there. Me of my brother's habits. My behavior often makes me think of my brother's habits. My behavior often makes me think of my brother's habits. His behavior shouldn't be his behavior, is my brother's behavior. Okay, no, because it's a person. Yes. It's a person like in the other. Okay, I didn't say anything. So, his behavior, me of my brother's habits. 5 seconds to give you the answer. 2, 1. Time's up. His behavior often, I would say, his behavior often makes me think it would be the same as up there. So you need to use remind. Remind is remind somebody of. Reminds me. Okay, the me is already there, so not necessary. So his behavior often reminds me of my brother's habits. You already have it there. Yep. Now let's go to another one. You can actually say a sentence using remind if you want. Let's go for another. I have 3 of each. So, seeing this old photo reminds me of my childhood. Seeing this old photo reminds me of my childhood. You can also say often. There's no difference. Often reminds me of my childhood. Okay? And you need to use the word reminds. Reminds. Format bold. Yes. So it goes like this. This old photo childhood. Okay, now yes. Can anybody tell me about this one? Anybody? The answer for this one? Seeing this old photo often reminds me of my childhood. Didn't say anything. Seeing this old photo brings back memories of my childhood. Okay, now yes. Seeing this old photo. My God, I keep forgetting things. What's going on today? Seeing this old photo, okay, brings back memories of my childhood, and then we need to use the word reminds. So this old photo, childhood. Remember, minimum 2 words, maximum 5 words that you can use here, and you need to use at least the word reminds in here. You need to use 2 words minimum. Remember, we had it in the example, and then I've given you 3 more examples of the same. So I'll tell you. The answer for this is this old photo reminds me of, and then you say my childhood. This old photo reminds me of my childhood, and you have 4 words. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is there anything that reminds you of something else? Have you seen any album or any piece of music that reminds you of another time? Anyone? For those of you who might be new to the show, or who are watching from YouTube or from Facebook, welcome aboard. I haven't broadcasted from YouTube or from Facebook in a long time, so I hope that you're enjoying it. The second sentence of transformation that we have done today is remind. Okay, it's remind somebody of something. You remind somebody of something, or you remind somebody of doing something. Okay, remind somebody of. Okay, let's go to the 27. Someone is going to redecorate the kitchen for us next month. Someone is going to redecorate the kitchen for us next month. So let's think of one thing. So you're going to redecorate, and you're paying exchange, right? So this in English has some way to say it. It's with the expression have. It's actually the have something done. Okay, have something done, which means I take it to experts so that they do it. They do whatever they need to do, and then you call me, and I come back and I pick it. Okay, that's what it is. Someone is going to redecorate my kitchen. It's like an expert. So somebody does something for you in exchange of money. That's very much what it is. So when we have the somebody does something for me, or I can hire their expertise and I pay in exchange, in English, we have the, what is the name for that? Is there's an aspect of the grammar. It has a name. Is the form. It's a high-level way of passive voice. It's the have something done, and it's called. And now I remember. It's called the causative form. Causative form, because something forces that another thing does something. Okay. So we're going to have something done. Okay. Let's not forget about this, huh? Keep it in here. Have something done. Okay? It's a passive voice. It's when you give more emphasis to the thing done than the person doing it. Okay? So someone that we don't know is going to redecorate the kitchen for us. So we are going, and this is the expression, to have. We are going to have, then the thing, the kitchen, redecorated, in the next month. So we use this, remember again, we use this when we want to avoid having to focus on who is doing something if we don't know exactly their name. So we remove them from the equation by using passive voice. We're going to have the kitchen redecorated by some guy next month. Yeah, you get the idea? We're going to have the kitchen redecorated next month. Okay, so let's use more causative form in our case. In this case, I will have to come up with them. Okay. My stylish. My stylish is coming this evening to cut my hair. Okay, my stylist is coming this evening to cut my hair because it's the person who will cut it. Okay, so you change for the thing that is being done. So I am having, I'm having my hair cut this evening. I'm having my hair cut this evening. My stylist is coming this evening to cut my hair. I'm having my hair cut this evening. And it's and that means that somebody is coming to your place, in this case your cousin, but you haven't even given away the name. So I'm having my hair cut this evening is my stylist is coming to my place and is going to be receiving a service in exchange of money. Okay, and this is called the causative form. up. Yes, I can. So I'll use one more. Okay. My dentist is going to remove a bad molar. Okay, my dentist is going to remove a bad molar. Okay, so I'm gonna think of it one moment, and I'll give you time to think of it too. Could you speak up, because I can't hear you properly? It's asking. Okay, it's asking like a do you mind? Okay, you know the do you mind? So it's a bit more high level. It's one more step. One more step after that. Do you mind is would you mind? So would you mind? After would you mind, always ing. Would you mind speaking up a bit? Would you mind speaking up a bit? When you speak up, you make people understand more clear, because you are not exactly shouting, but you're raising your voice. So, would you mind speaking up a bit? Or speaking a bit up? Speaking a bit up. Because I can't hear you properly. I can't hear you properly. Let's go to the next. Oh, actually, no. We need to think of the other ones with the mind. 1 second. Okay, I'll have to come up with one. Okay. It's okay for me. It's okay for me that it's okay for me to wake up at 6:30 every day. It's okay for me to wake up at 6:30 every day. So I don't mind. I don't mind waking up at 6:30 every day. It's okay for me to wake up. I don't mind waking up. Look at the difference of challenge. It's okay for me to do something. So this to implies verb phrase. In this case, I don't mind is a shorter expression. You have to use ing. After mind, always ing. So they're playing with that. Okay? That ability that you need to acquire. Okay? Does anybody have any sentence with mind? You can use it, for example, in the sales right now. When you go to buy a shop, one piece of clothing, you say, do you mind if I put on this dress? Would you mind telling me where the changer is? Okay. Would you mind? It's like, is it okay for you? It's I'd say it's the most polite way of giving opinions or speaking up or stating what you don't like, for example. Okay, today we're gonna finish with the 29, and 30. Okay, there's gonna be the 29, and then we have 29, and then the 30th, and we'll be over. Okay, because today I've been working since 7 in the morning. I didn't want to say goodbye one more day without having my daily lesson. That's why we're here. But I'm my mind is tired and wants to go to sleep. I noticed that. So we advise customers to buy their tickets in advance. We advise customers. In the present, we advise, like this is what we normally do. And we have customers their tickets in advance. We advise customers, but customers advised. I'll give you 15 seconds to think of it. Nobody is going to write it down? No one? Okay, so actually the expression that you need has to do with advice, of course. We advise customers to buy their tickets in advance. Customers are advised. Customers are advised. Customers are advised or inadvised. Customers are advised, not inadvised. Customers are advised because when you give a counsel, is to do something, not to avoid doing something. Well, anyway, so customers are advised to buy their ticket. Customers are advised to buy their ticket, but the ticket is already there. But to buy their tickets in advance. Customers are advised to for example, customers are advised to buy a car. Customers are advised to eat ready meals, okay? Or customers are advised to pay everything up front, not to owe anything to anybody. Yep. Let's go to the 30th and last. Yeah, because I think that the sentence I have here with advice are very poor. Yes, we're going to go with the last one. Yeah, this is the advice. For the last one, I have one expression. Yes, we're working with wish. Let's go there. It's such a pity that I didn't see that film on television last night. It's such a pity that I didn't see that girl on television last night. That film on television last night. So, you are lamenting. I wish I wish I, when this is about you, so it's I wish I, and then had seen that film. Okay, that film is already there, so we have to eliminate it. So I wish I had seen that film on television last night, but I couldn't for whatever reason that is. Okay. Okay, so we have done these ones. Let me revise each of them that we have been doing. So we have apologize for. We have again the same, apologize for. Then apologize to a person about something, and the company apologize to the customers. Then some sentence transformations. She looks like my cousin Mary, talking about an actress. Okay, she reminds me of. When somebody reminds you of somebody else, remember that we are very futile. Okay, so in about futile because we disappear very fast. Okay, so it's easier for us to remember people that we no longer have. That's why actually you use it. In the next one, my behavior often reminds me of. So highlight reminds me of. Let's say how many of you are able to remember tomorrow. Okay, reminds me, and she reminds me of. Okay, this remind me of. Look at that. This whole photo reminds me of. Same. So in the six sentences that we have, we've done it really well. So apologize for somebody, to apologize to her sister for her mistake. So apologize to somebody and for doing something. And the last one, the company apologized to a person. And to have something done, having my hair cut this is a high level passive voice that we have also seen. And would you mind? Okay, it's another expression. You're advised to do something, and I wish. Nothing of this is a difficulty that is really unattainable. Okay, in this case, it's pretty sure that if you do this every day, attending the school, doing a listening, doing a writing, you will improve. Okay, so this time I'm going to call it quits right now. It's 5 minutes to 1 hour. It's gonna be a quick class today, but well, due to the timing, it's perfectly normal that I go to sleep right away because I'm really sleepy. So thank you for being here. Remember that from today we're also broadcasting in on Facebook and on YouTube. Okay, so if you want to take a look at it from there, which I think is high definition, I don't know so for sure. Since you can see us from there, you can choose whatever you want to go. And thank you for very much for being here. And I'll see you tomorrow, eager for more. Aloha, ahoy ho, ikalapopoi, which means see you next day. Bye.